Hey flappers, welcome back. I have been working on something for a while now, and I've been really wanting to share it with you, and I'm so happy that I finally get to. I wanted to go all out, so I made a list of 100 campaign settings. I have them numbered and put into 10 different sections, so you can roll a d100 and search through the whole list if you'd like, or you can just skip to a specific section and roll that way. However you use this list or watch this video, I hope it gives you inspiration for your campaigns. Let's get started. Our first 10 settings are dystopian nightmares, post-apocalyptic stuff. Okay, number 1, nuclear war left the earth in ruins, and the survivors have new abilities. It's very short and simple, very classic apocalypse stuff. Number 2, a place where deli meat is a form of currency because cows, pigs, and chickens have gone extinct. Also, there's magic. Number 3, a fantasy world that has been almost entirely flooded, like the Wind Waker's version of Hyrule. Number 4, rampant time travel has caused the world to enter a state of misery, and now time travel is useless because it won't affect the way that things are. Number 5, plants have taken over as the dominant life forms, and humanoids must find a way to survive. Number 6, a 1984-style futuristic dystopia where trust is hard to find and eyes are always watching you. Number 7, a world ruled by bards and music is required at all times. This one would be pretty hard, but I bet someone could do it. Number 8, a great Lovecraftian evil has been let loose and everyone struggles just to survive in the new nightmare wasteland. Number 9, a great storm destroyed a whole continent and is on its way to destroy another. Number 10, the humanoids have left the planet for another, leaving behind machines meant to cultivate life back to the planet. Or WALL-E. Okay, the next 10 settings are classic fantasy flavor, like D&D-ish worlds. Number 11, humanoid civilization is only just beginning, and there are rumors of a perfect garden, a font of magic called Eden. Number 12, the world is overrun with goblins. All enemies are some form of goblin. Number 13, Tavern Town, a tourist town with too many taverns. Each one wants to have the best, most exotic ingredients from some of the most dangerous locations. This would be a great way to have a wide range of missions without ever needing to write books. Number 14, Crime Family House. All players must choose to play members of the same fantasy mob family. Number 15, Atlantis. The Lost City is trying to find us. Number 16, just play in Middle-earth. It's a fantasy map that you don't need to make up. Number 17, a world where magic is rare and witch hunters are trying to stomp it out of existence. Number 18, a fantasy world facing apocalyptic omens. The Four Horsemen must be stopped. Number 19, the gods abandoned this world and the people are left clinging to whatever magic they can find or produce. Number 20, magic is bountiful and so is the world. This is your excuse to play D&D in a D&D style world. No gimmicks, no tricks, just honest to goodness D&Ding. Okay, the next 10 are meant for a good chuckle. They have legs, so don't be afraid to play them, but they are meant to be funny. Number 21, a world where humanoids are a biological invention created by robots intended to perform a variety of tasks. Number 22, Fantasy Highway, fantasy truckers. Number 23, a neighborhood that is strange and it's surrounded by reality. A sort of Stepford Wives-esque situation. Number 24, a cult headquarters where your players are the members of the cult. We love a good switcheroo. Number 25, the Chocolate Factory. A mad scientist has made a candy company and the players are in charge of research and development. Number 26, Cozy World. A Nerf version of fantasy where the monsters are small luxuries, like hot chocolate lava monster and angry pillows. Number 27, the human body. You'd have to flavor a lot of your stuff, but this is like a Osmosis Jones sort of adventure. Goal is to keep the human alive. Number 28, TED Talker. Characters are traveling motivational speakers, scamming people into buying something they don't really want. Running the scam is easy, running it under the radar of the monarchy is hard. Number 29, Acme Corporation. Yeah, the company from the Looney Tunes that makes all of the strange stuff that never works for Wile E. Coyote. You work for them and you are testing products to make sure they meet a certain specification. Things like This flypaper needs to be strong enough to catch a troll. Number 30, Bikini Bottom. Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy retired, and someone has to stop the evil monsters from wreaking havoc under the sea. The next 10 settings come from TV shows. Some hold up for D&D as they are, and others need to be adapted. Number 31, Merlin. Magic is illegal, and Camelot is harsh. Number 32, Parks and Rec. Characters are just trying to carry out the day-to-day of a fantasy parks department employee. Number 33, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. New York City is overrun by evil ninjas and mutants. Sounds good to me. Also, a bonus note, any Cowabunga Dude moment always awards inspiration. Number 34, Gotham, a crime-infested city where it always rains and it's always cold. Someone needs to do something about all these evildoers. Number 35, Criminal Minds. Adapted for fantasy, you're a crime-solving team working for the government to solve the greatest problems plaguing the continent. Serial killers, monster mysteries, and mad scientists are your targets, but you can't deal with them until you find them. Number 36, Cheers, an iconic tavern with kind and welcoming patronage. This would be a Monster of the Week style campaign where closing time brings all kinds of complications. 37th, Supernatural, just a straight Monster of the Week taking place in the real world. I like this setting because it emphasizes research before facing the monster. Number 38, MASH, a camp to heal the wounded in war. The landscape is mostly unfamiliar and trouble is always looming. Number 39, Adventure Time. The Land of Ooh lends itself pretty well to D&D, and the cartoonish element adds some levity. It allows players to go further outside the realm of possibility. Number 40, Star Wars: The Clone Wars. You can honestly choose any time period within the Star Wars galaxy, but there is a rule set that adapts 5e to Star Wars, so here's your chance to take advantage of it. Okay, moving on to the sci-fi fantasy category for the next 10. 41, Miyazaki-style steampunk world with flying machines and spirits. Number 42, I'm calling Boldly Go Space, which is just that space is largely unexplored, and it's your crew's task to explore it and find new frontiers. Number 43, Techno Monastery. Serene, bald naturalists with biotech that could knock your lights out. It's all monks in space. Number 44, Could Be Anywhere. Lost in Space style, your ship has gone haywire and the crew keeps winding up on strange planets with strange monsters. Characters are just trying to find their way home. Number 45, Western Space, a group of misfits on the fringes of space law just trying to get by. This space is explored and colonized. Number 46, The Future. It's society, but futuristic. Bad robots and space goons loiter in the streets. The lost city of Orlando holds an ancient world of Disney. You get the idea. Number 47, Space Amazon, or Futurama. You've got a crew of delivery people, and the death rate for this job is terrible. Number 48, The World is Dying. Some can afford to leave on a ship, others cannot. It's up to you to try to save the planet, or get enough money to book it out of here. Number 49, futuristic fantasy setting. It's basically the classic D&D setting, but it looks like Tron. Think like Samurai Jack. Number 50, and this one's kind of fun, roll again and add in space to whatever it is that you end up rolling. We are at the halfway point. Hey, liking this video really helps the channel out a lot, helps this video get out to more people. So while I drink a sip of water, please like this video. All right, next 10. These are settings based around events rather than locations. 51, prom, a bigger night for some than others, but beware the anti-prom. 52, Olympic-style competition. Nothing like a worldwide competition to attract bad guys. Number 53, summer camp for adults. I'm running a campaign like this on a corporate learning campus. It's like trust exercises and yoga, but also demons and monsters. 54, big wedding. The amount of conflict that can build around a wedding is unreal, so play with that. Number 55, rocket launch. Air conditions and real life make rocket launches difficult. Now imagine trying to launch a rocket in a fantasy world. Number 56, crowning of a new monarch. If there's gonna be a new queen, there are gonna be some people who are pissed about it. 57 is sports season. Sports betting is out of control, and therefore some teams don't make it to their road games. Number 58, gala. A glamour event makes for a wonderful one-shot, and a fantasy ritzy thing can have a good amount of intrigue with the right players. Number 59, large ritual to summon resurrect, speak to the dead, etc. Characters could be pro or anti-ritual. Number 60, festival. A classic staple of the genre. Festivals have a very spiritual element and they can go for weeks, which makes for a very good short campaign. Okay, the next 10 are very specific locations. These can make for a good campaign headquarters or a fun location for your characters to visit in an already existing campaign. Number 61, a food truck. Everyone plays a role in this mobile food business, but things can get really out of hand in a fantasy world. Number 62, flower shop. Caring for plants that might not care for you. Number 63, hotel. You can't control who stays. All you can do is try to keep everyone alive. Number 64, church. There are a lot of ways a character can be involved in a church or a temple, and it can be a good source of missions and conflict. Number 65, haunted mansion. A spooky manor can hold secrets and cause danger. It's good for a one-shot or an arc. Number 66, cruise ship. If you don't want to think about the setting too much, a cruise ship is honestly a really good setting for your campaign. There are tons of roles for characters to play and tons of possible threats, but there's no leaving the cruise ship. It's hard to leave. Number 67, the gym. By day, you teach spin class, lead yoga sessions, or help people with their short game. By night, you fight crime with heavy-hitting punches. Number 68, the firehouse. Every day is a challenge for the brave fantasy firefighters, and a long shift could put players up against levels of exhaustion. Number 69, nice, a jazz club. Nothing says easygoing adventurers better than hanging out at a jazz club. And number 70, press room. Reporters have to follow the story, and this is probably better for smaller parties of 2 to 3, only because larger parties would have to come up with reasons why they're a big group of reporters. Alrighty, the next 10 are about vibes. If you want your campaign to have a certain feel, these are for you. Number 71, the Feywild. Just do the whole campaign in this very open to interpretation classic D&D setting. It's all about vibes. Number 72, a 1920s style glamour campaign. Gatsby style. Number 73, Soap Opera City. Evil twins, comas, explosions, add in monster attacks, fantasy illnesses, and an evil mastermind, and you've got a campaign. Number 74, Fantasy Farms. Players are just a bunch of farmers trying to get by. Giant locusts, plant-eating diseases, and spaceship crash landings seem to come around pretty often. Number 75, Goth World. Edgelords abound. Every character has a dark, mysterious past. Rock concerts are always happening and skateboarding is huge. It's all punk vibes. Number 76, Wild West. At first, I thought this was a little boring, but when you introduce the fantasy element, it actually gets pretty interesting to be a cowboy. This town ain't big enough for the two of us and that there giant slug. Number 77, The Streets. Fast and Furious meets wacky races meets D&D. It's an action movie and you are living it. Number 78, Camp Slasher Lake. Jump scares, gore, and bad decisions abound in this summer camp. Your players have to thwart the monsters that are killing the campers off one by one. Number 79, Tea House. Running a little tea shop means that people will always tell you strange secrets shrouded in normal conversation. The tea house helps you learn the strange happenings and weird rumors that are floating around the city. Whatever adventures you seek, you always have a cozy place to come back to. Number 80, the North Pole. You are part of Santa's elite squad. Year-round, you fight the naughty and protect the nice. Okay, 81 to 90 are real-world locations. And this is just a warning. Please stay away from harmful stereotypes. As we look to these modern city settings, make sure you roleplay responsibly. I like the idea of making these worlds sort of underground magic worlds where, for whatever reason, magic needs to be concealed from the general public. Okay, 81, Baltimore. 2 words. Crab people. Number 82, Boston. So many iconic locations to work with, and you can mythologize American history, so that's kind of fun. Number 83, London. The oldness and poshness of this city works really well with D&D. Number 84, Kyoto, Japan. Speaking of old, this cultural center of Japan is already full of existing mythos and spirituality. Number 85, Pyongyang, North Korea. This one's a little bit off the beaten path, but I think you could explore a lot in this eerie world capital. The places we know little about often spark a lot of creativity in our brains. Number 86, Antananarivo, Madagascar. A great location for monster hunters and world explorers. Number 87, anywhere in New Zealand. And the reason why I picked this because I thought there was something funny about chasing a fantasy adventure and then stopping to say, wait, look, this is where they filmed that scene in The Lord of the Rings. Number 88, St. John's, Newfoundland. A truly beautiful place that allows you to get into a lesser explored area of D&D. Winter. There are all sorts of antics to be had in the winter time here, but also it experiences other seasons so you're not stuck. Number 89, Manaus, Brazil. The rainforest seems like a really cool place to explore, and this is one of the biggest cities near the Amazon. Number 90, Piste, Mexico, a small village right near the Mayan ruins. Another great source of rich history with spiritual significance. Okay, the last 10 are a random mix of locations, just a potpourri of settings that seem fun to play in an extended campaign. Number 91, a city on a flowing river of beer, and everyone is just drunk all the time. That's it. Number 92, a village where the elder is a 120-year-old bird who makes all decisions. His name is Polly, and he sits on a throne of crackers. Number 93, the volcano lair of an evil villain. His plans are always bad, but it's still the character's jobs to carry them out. Number 94, lifeguard station at the fantasy beach. Sea monsters, sand monsters, and other horrors threaten beachgoers every day. Basically, it's Baywatch, but with magic. Number 95, the city of Townsville before the Powerpuff Girls. Just sounds like an interesting place to play. Number 96, play Curse of Strahd. I bet you didn't expect that one. Well, there it is. Number 97, university. This could range a huge number of genres, but a college campus or a college town could really lend itself nicely to a bunch of different events. Number 98, Dragon Ball's world before Goku. The world has a wide range of lands, and even though Goku hasn't been born yet, there are plenty of other classic characters that you might see along your journeys. It also lends itself really nicely to magic and sorcery. Number 99, Area 51. It's in the middle of the desert and so much is unexplained. Area 51 definitely has legs for a fun low magic campaign. Now stop right there, because the next one's number 100, and I thought it would be really annoying if I just made you wait a little bit longer and told you to like this video or something. What can I say? I'm drunk with power. Number 100, your favorite board game. This one will require a little bit of work, but it would be really fun if you pull it off. So it's worthy of the 100 spot. If you like Settlers of Catan, make a world where trading resources and building roads is really important. If it's Candyland, make a Candy Kingdom. Chutes and Ladders, you'll have to be a little bit more creative, but you'll be able to figure out something that could be really fun. Hey, I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.